What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are hopping into the second episode of the new show Superman and Lois. The first episode I thought was phenomenal. The storyline, the acting, the cinematography, everything. I had zero expectations going into this. I had no idea what to expect, and it blew my mind. I thought it was so good. While there were nitpicky little things you could really get into, it was a fantastic pilot for a new show and a new spin on Superman and, you know, being a dad. And I like that spin on basically a modern life. I love the fact that it isn't a Superman show where he happens to have a family. It's a normal family where the dad just happens to be Superman, and I think that is awesome. I think the pilot did a great job of, making you fall in love with all the Kents. Like, I was really afraid I wouldn't like the kids, and I actually liked them both. I thought Jonathan, the blonde twin, he could have been easily just a jerk jock guy that you didn't like, but he was fun, he was charismatic, and I really liked him, and I really felt bad for Jordan. And just seeing him just trying to cope with his mental issues, and then all of a sudden his powers, but just seeing their brotherly dynamic was really refreshing and really cool, and it was really realistic to me. Like, I felt like they actually were brothers, which was awesome to see. But it's really funny because if you watch my channel, you also know that I'm doing Smallville. I'm going through Smallville at this time as well. So it's really, really funny going to this show because I am in Smallville. I'm towards the end of season 1 while I'm filming this. And now it's like, oh, Clark is all the way Superman, and now he's bringing his kids back. So to the age that he was at when Smallville started. So it's really interesting to me seeing the little differences between them, but that's not here nor there. I thought it was just fun. I thought the pilot also did a great job of setting up probably the two big storyline points that are going to go with, or at least three. You have Superman and Lex Luthor, and thank you for everybody who commented on saying that at the very end it was Lex Luthor. I figured it was Lex Luthor, like from another alternate universe. I figured that, but I wanted to give them maybe leeway, maybe the doubt. But I appreciate everybody who commented to let me know that it was Lex Luthor from an alternate universe. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I figured that was the case, but the fact that you're watching and needed and felt like you wanted to comment, that's really appreciated. Like, that is really appreciated. Thank you very much. You also have Morgan Edge and like what he's doing with the planet, and also kind of what's going on with Smallville. So that's going to be Lois's storyline. And then you have the brothers who are going to get powers, or Jordan has powers. But everybody knows Jonathan is probably going to get powers at some point too. Like, I have a feeling he is. He's not going to be powerless. He might be for season 1, maybe season 2 he gets powers, is kind of what I'm thinking. And I really like the fact that they kind of avoided a few points of, like of a better phrase, CWing this a little bit. Like, I love that they sidestepped the love triangle between the brothers and Sarah, who, let's face it, it's Lana Lang. Like Jordan and Sarah were totally giving me pilot Clark and Lana vibes the entire time. Like, in like in the early season of Smallville, like they are totally channeling these two. Like, you can just feel it. So I really like that. I'm guessing at some point they might do exist as CW. Let's face it, but I'm really glad that they avoided the love triangle for now. And I do like the fact that Jordan told them about his powers immediately, because it would have been so CW to have them hide his powers for a few episodes, and like Lois and Clark are like, well, what are these strange things going on? It's like, no, he told them straight up, and I really like that as well. Sorry, I have a notepad here from notes from last time. Oh, the other thing is with like CWing the show, no Clark, Lois, Lana drama, please. Like, Lana can be friends with them, but please nothing more. Please, please, please show. I don't think they'll go there, but I am begging them right now. Don't do it, please. So that was the pilot episode. I thought it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you want to see my full reaction, you can head on over to my Patreon page for the pilot episode reaction and also this reaction. If you want to see the partial reactions and the cut up version, stay right here. It's cool, whatever you want to do. But now we are hopping into the second episode, and I'm really, really hoping that because it's very easy for shows to have a really phenomenal pilot and then go downhill really fast. So I'm crossing my fingers that this show, the quality is still just as good as the first episode, because that was really, really good. And I'm crossing my fingers that they know what they're doing and that the quality of the episodes are just as good, that it's just as evenly paced, and it's not just now Superman and powers. Like, I still want all the family drama because that's what made the pilot so good. So here's to a great second episode. So let's see. I got my coffee, I got water, I got Red Bull, and I am ready to go. So let's get into the second episode of Lois, or Superman and Lois Heritage. Let's go. So quick question, how far away are they saying that Smallville is from Metropolis? Because Metropolis is supposed to be like New York, and this is in Kansas, but in Smallville, it's like a suburb of Metropolis. I'm guessing that's what they're going for, like it's an hour away or something. Is that what they're going for? I think so. I think that's what they're going for, that it's like an hour away from Metropolis or something like that. Yeah, I don't think that's the right play. I mean, I get the idea of wanting to keep him safe, but the reason you came to Smallville, I mean, it was to get closer as a family, but I just think homeschooling him or keeping him at home, because I don't like that move, especially knowing how angsty and how weird he already feels. Like, I don't like that play at all. But I'm not a parent, so I don't know. Well, damn, they just unload clips. Damn. Where is it? Just go to Smallville. There's a ton there, right? Let's go. Oh, they go to the fortress. Oh, I'm so excited. Ah. But I'm glad they kept the thread from last week about them getting into a fight. And it going over into now that he's school there now. Yeah, they would not be too happy about that. So I'm glad they kept that going. The fortress, we're going to the fortress, we're going to the fortress. That's what I was wondering. Okay. Lois Lane doing her Lois Lane things. Yay! Yay, Jarrell!
It is possible for us to further our Kryptonian heritage after all.
Oh, I love their friendship. Oh, I love that he's not like super jealous of him. Like maybe a little bit, so he gets to go to the fortress, but figured she'd go. Right. I had the same reaction, like, really?
Blew out the whole operation before it. He's saying exactly. Just so you know about Superman. And then we see each other again.
Oh, she's making a scene. Oh, you know she is. Who is this girl? Oh, she's a fangirl. She's fangirling out. Oh. You bagadouche. You bagadouche.
Still looking for the simple life, but days are gone. Clark told the boys you're Superman.
Yahtzee.
You ruined their childhood, Clark.
I really don't think so. Well, what's he supposed to do? Keep lying? Eventually they were going to figure it out. I mean, your dad's Superman. You can only hide that for so long. Let's just say. Like, it's interesting because he seems very much in support of Superman and like using Superman for his own advantages when it comes to military. But outside of that, he seems very anti-Clark and anti this family, and anti like Lois marrying him, which kind of sucks. Oh, you knew it.
Here's what I love about Lois Lane. When she smells a sword, she goes after everything she has. Even if it concerns her own boss. A chance to save this town and prove its residents' lives.
Well, you can definitely see why. I mean, he's a charming, convincing guy. You can see why people would be supportive of him if you don't have if you're not Lois Lane, you know? Like on the surface it looks good, but so yeah, something's not right.
You destroyed my whole planet!
Oh, damn. Nice. Ouch. It's not even indenting his armor.
I knew you could hear the bomb in my ship. What happened?
Oh, damn. Oh, you know he's gonna go save the people. Come on now. Shit. Yo. Dude. Oh. Ow. I do really like in all the graphics and while he's Superman, you see the amount of power he has and you visually see it. I just think that's really cool. How you get to see just an all-powerful being that he really is. Ah!
Well, we got you. Figured it out the other night. What did you say? Oh,
I like that she's backing him up.
we're the Edge of the corporate vampire. You remember that Edge owns the planet.
Okay, you do your Superman stuff and I will do my Lois Lane stuff.
Yes, Lois! I love it. Ocular blast.
He doesn't even have 100 to his strength. Human DNA is just too limiting.
Oh, ye of little faith.
You'll never be like you.
Oh, screw you. Screw you, Dad. Come on. Good, we're talking about this, even though he's yelling, but
Going as a family, so get dressed.
tell him, Lois. You tell him.
Same look on your face was you just in high school. You got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
I wouldn't think you go to school.
Okay, let's have this conversation in someone else's house with a billion people around. Cool. Can't do this when you get home. Privacy. Bedroom. Something. Okay. They'll look happy to see you.
Short-term sacrifices for loyalty is what's wrong with us right now.
That's a lot of ribs.
Changed my story.
Well, yeah, he did. Of course he did. He's your boss. Yo, here we go, here we go, here we go. He's gonna destroy them. Yo, this suit is ridiculous.
Where the hell is Superman?
He's coming, hold your horses. Y'all think he's everywhere. What is that thing? Oh!
He's not one of us, Sam. You have to help me save your planet, Sam. Before Kal-El.
Oh! Yes! Yo! Oh, did you just cave in his armor? Oh, ho, ho. He's just a machine in there.
He acted like we were chums.
Didn't see that coming.
Kryptonite.
That's a cool shot.
I do.
And you never told me.
Everything I've done since the day you married my daughter has been for all your protection. Then find this guy so I can finish this.
Yeah, Superman. Let's go.
Do you think we made a mistake by moving here?
Actually, I don't. What are you gonna do about the planet?
I don't know. Never been rewritten before.
The fire I saw in you? That story? I haven't seen that look in your eye in a long time. Finding answers together?
They're so cute. I love their relationship.
Hop up in a way.
Yes.
So I'll never be like that.
Prove him wrong, Jordan. Come on.
Something happened to you. Definitely. Something special. No one else is gonna help you figure out what that is. I will.
I love you, Jonathan. Oh my god. They're twins, but he definitely is so much the older brother, and I love it. We'll talk about it afterwards. Sorry.
It'll take me some time. Figure out how to be better at both. But I will. Okay.
I love just how open and honest he is with his sons. Oh, he gave him one.
Yes, you can go.
Thank you. I know I said at the beginning I didn't think it was the right move.
You gotta go.
Oh, she ain't taking shit. This is Lois right here. Is she quitting?
That is the best writing I've done since you took over. I'm gonna crush it. Let him try.
Damn. Shit, she quit. Oh.
If I publish this, she'll probably get fired. I already quit.
Problem solved.
When can we start?
I guess they definitely. I was wondering about that, how she was going to keep going to Metropolis, but they figured that out real quick, didn't they? He's evil Superman.
Alan back. He's not my Kal-El. Not yet.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll talk about this. Well, that was the second episode of Superman and Lois Heritage. I still thought that was really good. I don't think it was as... this is 2 minutes after I'm done watching it. I don't think it was as strong as the first one, but still a very strong second episode. It's very hard to go from a really great pilot and the second episode be up to par. And I thought they did a pretty good job of having a second episode. And I love the fact that this is feeling right now very serialized and not episodic. And I think that works for this show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the pacing was so good. I thought they did a good job of, it's equal parts the Kents. I feel like they have an equal amount of screen time for the kids, for Lois, and for Superman. And I thought that was great. And they kept threads from the pilot still going through, which I absolutely loved. I loved, the biggest thing for me was the kids and the thread from the pilot into this one of, the aftermath of what happened at the bonfire. That's still going on. And that, Jonathan is now having problems because of what Jordan did at the bonfire. And that makes sense because if the captain, the quarterback of the football team, was beating you up because your brother was the one that kissed his girlfriend, like, you're gonna have issues. And I like the fact that they kept that going. I like that. The only thing I'm wondering is, like, the part they had a whole bunch of, like, phones out recording this thing. Like, where's the viral video? That's the smallest nitpick in the world, but, where's the viral video in this? But I do like the fact that everybody's still kind of having problems fitting in. Jonathan is, again, is very realistic about how kids would react to the new kid coming in and a first day of football practice with a new team. Yeah, it's not going to go as smoothly, and it does also make sense that Jordan is not as strong as his dad. I mean, he's half human. He's not full Kryptonian, which completely makes sense. And I love the fact that at the very end, Jonathan was like, yes, I have my problems, but, we're going to, get through this, and we're going to prove everybody wrong. And, I am in support of you. And I thought that was great. I love their brotherly bond that they have. And I think that is probably one of my favorite things about the show is their bond that they have. Of course, this had a lot more Lois being Lois, which I loved. I loved her going toe-to-toe with Morgan Edge and her quitting. Like, I was wondering, like, how were they going to have her work in Metropolis but yet live in Smallville? Like, how were they going to explain that? Well, now we don't have to worry about it. Now she's at the Gazette where she can be Lois Lane and get the story out and really not be censored, because Morgan Edge is taking over this town. And, like, what is he really doing? Why is he buying out these small towns? And she's not going to be censored because the Daily Planet is owned by Morgan Edge. And so that completely makes sense. And I don't know her name. I don't know if they said her name, but I love that she has her own little fangirl going on. So that's always fun. I think everybody was kind of fangirling anyway. And I just loved her strut when she was going into the end of the Daily Planet to quit. And I think my two favorite lines were when she was leaving and she's like, he's going to crush you. And she's like, let him try. I'm like, yeah, that's the Lois I know. And then the other one was, you do your Superman thing. I'll do my Lois Lane thing. I'm like, yes, that's a power couple right there. It was so good. And then, of course, the Superman plot. So Lex is trying to find more kryptonite for his suit to defeat Superman. And I kind of figured that was the case. What happened was it was like an evil Superman. I did not see Sam Lane being buddy-buddy with Lex. And I think what's going to happen, it's not going to happen right away, but the gradual thing is him being so overprotective is going to eventually go the other way. And it's going to actually, make things worse for him, or he's going to go against Superman at some point because he's trying to protect him. He's going to do things that are actually going to make things work worse, or like advance Luthor's plot, and he didn't mean to, because obviously eventually Luthor is going to get all the kryptonite from Sam, and so we're going to see how all of that goes throughout this season. I'm really glad there's only 12 episodes. I'm really glad that it's very serialized, it feels like, and not very episodic. And I feel like you're just growing with these characters and watching them grow, which was awesome. And I really like there's no like freak of the week or meta-human of the week and all. Like, no, it's like real people. It's like, okay, it's, we're going through these two kids in high school, and we're going through Lois trying to figure out what's going on with this town, which is going to go on throughout the season. You have Superman with one big bad. And yeah, there might be little things that are going to happen that he needs to go save. But I feel like, hopefully, this is only 2 episodes in, but I feel like, sure, you might have small bad guys you're dealing with, but like, I feel like they're not going to be the overbearing part of an episode. Maybe he's being Superman and doing Superman things, and then Lex comes in and, hurts him or something like that. Like, I think there's only going to be one big bad this season. I don't know, maybe another person comes in and sides with Lex and comes beside him besides Sam. I don't know. I don't do any spoilers. I don't I try not to watch the trailers for the next episode. Like, I'm trying to go in this completely blind. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I thought the pilot was a 10 out of 10. I'm going to say 9 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was still really good. I love seeing Lois be more Lois and not just a support of her sons. And I love how, like, she is just as equal part of this marriage as Clark is. Like, just because he's Superman, she's like, no, I'm going to do my own thing. Like, I'm figuring out what's going on. I'm spelling this story, and I will not stop until I figure out what's going on in saving Smallville. So it was really good. I liked Lois a lot more. Not that I didn't like her in the first one. I loved Bitsy's interpretation of Lois being Lois. I'm like, yes, that is Lois that I saw. So I guess that's all I really have to say about it. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I liked the twist of Sam. That's the one thing I didn't see coming, was the twist of Sam and Luther being all buddy-buddy. That's the only thing I didn't see coming, so that was a cool twist. We'll see how that goes. I mean, the Lanes, what am I talking about? The Cushings. I mean, I can see where Kyle's coming from. Like, he does have more depth to him. He's like, I am just trying to save this town, and we're trying to just get this economy going again. And I can see why he would be blinded by Morgan Edge's. He's very charismatic, and he very much, you believe him. Of course, we as the audience are like, no, there's something fishy going on, like something's going on. But if you're a person in that town, and don't really, like, it sounds good. Like, so I can understand where Kyle's coming from. And I liked Lana a little bit in this episode too, She was good. I liked her a lot better than in the first episode. So, yeah, that's it. I cannot wait for the next episode. It should be good. At least I hope so. I mean, the second episode wasn't as good as the pilot, but it was still very good. So I cannot wait for this next episode of Superman and Lois next week. So I will see you guys then.